Hi guys, this is Mamian. Today, let's do a ratio about your chest tube thoracostomy questions, guys. 20 items lang to. Before I start, I'd like to shout out my students from Zamboanga, Block 1, Block 2, and Block 3. Guys, hello. Thank you for appreciating me. Listen, mag-ratio muna tayo ng chest tubes nyo. Number 1, after undergoing thoracotomy, Hutaw is advised by the nurse to practice deep breathing exercises. What is the expected benefit of these exercises? A. Deep breathing elevates the diaphragm, which enlarges the thorax and increases the lung surface available for gas exchange. Or B. Deep breathing increases blood flow to the lungs to allow them to recover from the trauma of surgery. Or C. Deep breathing controls the rate of airflow to the remaining lobes so that it will not become hyperinflated. Or delta, deep breathing expands the alveoli and increases the lung surface available for ventilation. Guys, the best answer is no other than delta. Deep breathing expands the alveoli and increases the lung surface available for ventilation. Ba't ka nagpapadeep breathing sa pasyente mo? Para maayos ang gas exchange. Yun lang yun. Huwag mo nang i-overthink. Guys, it's not to elevate the diaphragm. Pag nag-deep breaths ka, you are pulling the diaphragm downwards kasi you will expand the lungs. So guys, it's not gonna elevate the diaphragm. And it's not to increase blood flow to the lungs. Deep breathing is all about gas exchange, okay? And Charlie, guys, deep breathing controls the rate of airflow to the remaining lobes so that it will not become hyperinflated is wrong. Kung may remaining lobes ka na lang, gusto mong i-expand ang lobes na yon so that you have better ventilation. Kaya nga nagpapa-deep breathing ka, di ba? Okay? So guys, that's number 1. Number 2, while examining a Rataki Ito's thoracotomy incision with a chest tube in place, the nurse feels a crackling sensation under the skin along the incision. What should the nurse do first? Letter A, lower the head of the bed and call the physician. B, prepare an aspiration tray. Or C, mark the area with a skin pencil at the outer periphery of the crackling. Or delta, turn off the suction of the chest drainage system. Guys, the crackling sensation, that's your subcutaneous emphysema. Anong gagawin mo, guys? You mark the area with a skin pencil at the outer periphery of the crackling. Ano yan ulit? That's your subcutaneous emphysema. From the word itself, guys, nasa subcutaneous tissue mo ang emphysema. The word emphysema, ibig sabihin yan, air trapping. You are trapping air where in the subcutaneous space. And why is that happening? Look at the question. The patient may thoracostomy incision na nasa chest tube. So guys, when you have a chest tube, anong function? You want to drain excess fluid and excess air. Now, if you have a lot of excess air, may risk of developing subcutaneous emphysema or trapping the air in the subcutaneous tissue near the chest tube insertion. So guys, there's a crackling sound na maririnig mo kasi it's air inside, okay? So there's a crackling sound. Guys, that's the sign of subcutaneous emphysema. Most of the time, a subcutaneous emphysema heals on its own. It's not an emergency. It's not something to worry about. But Charlie, you mark the area to see if it's expanding or growing in size. Kasi pag expanding yan, ibig sabihin hindi yan nag-heal on its own. You have to do something as a management. You have to report that to the physician. But initially, pag nangyari yan, first you have to mark to observe if it's expanding. Okay? Yes, that's why Charlie is the best answer. You don't lower the head of the bed. What you do, you maintain elevation of the head of the bed so that there's better ventilation and lung expansion to the patient. And you don't need to prepare for an aspiration tray. The first thing you do is to mark the area to observe for expansion of the crackling sound or your emphysema subcutaneous. And guys, you don't turn off the suction of the chest tube. You don't turn off unless ordered by the physician. In fact, guys, pag may subcutaneous emphysema na ang pasyente mo na may thoracostomy, guys, most of the time, you anticipate the physician will order increase in the rate of the suction. Why? Ibig sabihin, pag naiiwan yung air dyan sa area, sa subcutaneous tissue, hindi na drain ng maayos ang air. Kulang ang suction. Dagdagan. So, you don't turn off, you expect the suction to be increased as ordered. Next, number 3, when caring for Xiao who has chest tube and water seal drainage system, which action should the nurse perform? A. Verify that the air vent on the water seal drainage system is capped when the suction is off. Or B. Strip the chest drainage tubes at least every 4 hours if excessive bleeding occurs. Or C. Ensure that the chest tube is clamped when moving the chest out of the bed. Or Delta. Make sure that the drainage apparatus is always below the client's chest level. What's the best answer? Guys, the only correct answer here is Delta. Make sure that the drainage apparatus is always below the client's chest level. Now, I know what you have in mind. Ma'am, the word always, it's an absolute term. Sabi sa amin, never answer absolute term. Guys, in this case, kailangan absolute term ang gamitin mo. Kasi guys, a chest tube, the chest tube, in order for it to function properly, to avoid backflow of the fluids na dinedrain mo sa chest tube, kasi yun naman talaga ang function niya, maintain it lower than the chest of the patient, lower than the chest, so that by virtue of gravity, you can drain the excess fluid and you can drain the excess whatever you need to drain, okay? You never cap the air vent of the water seal. Kasi guys, the reason why may air vent ang water seal is because dun lalabas ang excess air na kailangan mo i-drain. Remember, in the first chamber is the drainage system. The second chamber is where you have your water seal. Ang purpose ng water seal para hindi bumalik yung hangin sa loob ng pasyente mo. That's why there's bubbling, oscillation, and tidling na intermittent that follows your breaths, that follows your coughing, your sneezing. Anong purpose ng water seal? So that when air gets in the form of a bubble, it gets out on the vent. And hindi na siya babalik pa kasi may water cap may water seal, okay? Doon sa tube kung saan nanggaling ang air. Malinaw ba? Yes. Guys, ayan. And then, you never strip the chest tube drainage every 4 hours. That's not indicated. For what? Guys, pag may excessive bleeding, report to the physician. Change the system, okay? And then, Charlie, you never clamp the chest tube unless, number 1, you are changing the drainage system, or number 2, you're looking for an air leak. You're trying to look for an air leak. That's the only time you'd clamp the chest tube. Okay? You never clamp unless these two is present. Next, number 4. Catching has a chest tube connected to a water seal system. The nurse notices that the fluid in the tube and the water seal column has stopped moving. What should the nurse conclude? Hindi na gumagalaw ang water seal mo. A. The lung has fully expanded. B. The lung has collapsed. C. The chest tube is in the pleural space. Or Delta, the mediastinal space has decreased. Guys, the only correct answer here is alpha. The lung has fully expanded. Sabi natin, there are two things that can cause the water seal drainage to stop the oscillation, the tidling, and the bubbling intermittently. Pag nawala ang movement sa water seal, number 1, it's a good sign. Ano sabi natin? If it's a good sign, there is lung expansion. Or number 2, guys, merong obstruction sa tubings mo or may kinks. That's why you have to check the patency of the tubing if that's the case. Guys, wala naman dyan nilagay na obstruction or kinks. That's why the best answer for number 4 is alpha. The lung has fully expanded. A collapsed lung is the indicated of your chest tube. So that's not the best answer. Ang tanong sa'yo, wala nang movement sa water seal. Okay? So ibig sabihin, nag-expand na ang lungs. And Charlie is a normal occurrence. Dapat talaga nasa pleural space ang chest tube kasi nandoon yung excess water or fluids or air na gusto mong i-drain. Number 5, the nurse observes constant, gentle bubbling in the water seal chamber of Deluxe drainage system. What should be done? A. Continue monitoring as usual. This is expected. Or B. Check the connectors between the chest and the drainage tube and where the drainage tube enters the collection tube. Or letter C. Decrease the suction to -15 centimeters in water and continue observing the system for changes in bubbling during the next several hours. Or D. Drain half of the water from the water seal chamber. Guys, the only correct answer for number 4 is bravo. Check the connectors between the chest and the drainage tubes and where the drainage tube enters the collection bottle. Why? Pag may constant bubbling sa water seal, is that normal or not? No, that's not normal. Guys, in the water seal, dapat ang normal natin, intermittent lang. Intermittent bubbling sa water seal. That's what's normal. Pag may constant, ang constant na bubbling sa water seal, ibig sabihin yan, merong air leak. Air leak from the what? Atmosphere. Yung air, guys, from the atmosphere, pumapasok sa loob ng system mo, sa chest tube system mo. Pag pumapasok yan, it's gonna cause constant bubbling on the water seal na dapat ay intermittent lang. Guys, ang air leak, hinahanap mo. Hanapin mo in what way? Look at Bravo. Check the connectors between the chest and the drainage tubes. I-trace mo ang tubing kung nasa ng butas para mahanap mo ang air leak. That's what Bravo is doing. You don't continue monitoring because this is abnormal. That's gonna cause tension pneumothorax to your patient kasi pumapasok yung atmospheric air sa loob ng chest tube mo. The next thing, papasok na yan sa loob ng chest ng patient mo. It's gonna cause tension pneumothorax. Malinaw? Yes. And you don't decrease the suction. You only decrease the suction if it's ordered by the doctor. You don't do it on your own as an independent nursing action. And guys, you never drain the water on the water seal chamber. It must remain constant. Okay? Kasama na yan sa sistema mo. Hindi yan ginagalaw unless ordered by the doctor. And especially if it's a water seal chamber, constant ang amount ng water dyan. Hindi mo yan gagalawin. Next, number 6. Alhaitham is breathing faster and with more effort than an hour ago. He has a chest tube after lobectomy. So, lobectomy, tinanggal ang lobe. His pulse is also elevated. What should the nurse do? Check the tubing to ensure that the client is not lying on it or kinking it. Or Bravo, increase the suction. Or Charlie, lower the drainage bottle 2 to 3 feet below the level of the client's chest. Or Delta, ensure that the chest tube has 2 clamps on it to prevent air leaks. Guys, the only correct answer for number 6 is your alpha. Check the tubing to ensure that the client is not lying or kinking the tubing. Guys, kasi anong nangyayari kay Alhaitham? Tingnan mo, nagkakaroon siya ng faster breathing, nagkakaroon siya ng elevated pulse. Oh, that looks like a respiratory distress. Correct? Yes. So baka may obstruction sa pag-drain ng fluids after lobectomy. Okay? Or bleeding after lobectomy kasi nilagyan siya ng chest tube. Malinaw? Yes, that's why alpha is the best answer. Kinking the tubing or pag hindi patent ang tubes, you cannot drain the excess fluid. That's the one that's congesting inside. That's the one causing your respiratory distress. You don't increase the suction. You only do that if it's ordered by the doctor. Check for kinks first. And guys, you don't lower the drainage bottles 2 to 3 feet below the level of the client's chest. Kasi may respiratory distress na nangyayari. You attend to that. And you never clamp the chest tube unless number 1, papalitan mo ang system kasi puno na or nasira na, or number 2, hahanap ka ng air leaks. Okay? O walang air leaks dyan. That looks like respiratory distress. Respond to the respiratory distress. Number 7, what item should be kept at the bedside for Nahida who has chest tube? Guys, ano? Is it a tracheostomy tray or a sterile chest tube or a bottle of sterile water or a spirometer? The best and only answer is what? A bottle of sterile water. Why? That's for the accidental dislodgement of the chest tubes from the system. O guys, pag natanggal yan sa system, guys, ang gagawin mo, ilagay mo ang tube na naka-attach sa pasyente sa sterile bottle na may water. Okay? Guys, hindi kailangan may sterile chest tube on the bedside. Kasi sino mag-attach ng chest tube? Ang nurse ba? No, ang doctor. So guys, ang magagawa mo at the best, at the least, is what? Your sterile water. Your bottle with sterile water. You don't need a tracheostomy tray. Okay? Kasi walang problema sa airways, sa above airways mo. Nasaan ang problema? Nandiyan sa loob ng pleura, sa pleural cavity. Spirometer is not needed. Number 8. Cave has rib fractures and a pneumothorax with chest tube connected to a water seal drainage system. The nurse notices the water seal column fluid fluctuates with each breath. What does this mean? Obstruction is present. The client is developing subcutaneous emphysema. The chest tube system is functioning properly, or there is an air leak in the chest tube. Guys, in the water seal chamber, normal ba ang fluctuations? Yes, that's why the best answer is Charlie. The chest tube is fluctuating properly. Pag may obstruction, there's gonna be presence of what? Guys, remember, respite distress to the patient. Pag may obstruction. Sa battle, anong meron pag may obstruction? Walang movement. Kapag naman may obstruction or may kink, walang movement sa water seal. Malinaw? Yes. Kung walang movement sa water seal, anong nangyayari sa patient? Respiratory distress. Kasi hindi madedrain ang excess fluids sa pleura and excess water. Klaro? Yes. And ang subcutaneous emphysema, ano yan? That's your crackling sound. Where? On the site of insertion. Walang nangyayari na ganun. Air leak, guys, that's your continuous bubbling. Continuous bubbling. Saan? Sa water seal. Okay? So, pag fluctuations, intermittent, perfectly normal. Next, number 9. Eula is about to be discharged with a chest tube still in place after a chest trauma. When should she be instructed to call her physician? A. Respiratory rate greater than 16 breaths per minute, or continuous bubbling in the water seal, or fluid in the chest tube, or fluctuations of fluid in the water seal. Guys, saan dyan ang abnormal? No other than your Bravo. Continuous bubbling in the water seal. Why? In the water seal, dapat merong fluctuations. Intermittent lang ang galaw sa water seal. If it's continuous, that will suggest presence of your air leak. An air leak, you have to report to the doctor because that one can increase your risk of what? Tension, pneumothorax, air leak from the atmosphere entering the chest tube system until such time it enters the patient, causing what? Your tension pneumothorax. So that's when you report, guys. Fluid in the chest tube, that's expected kasi yan ang indication ng chest tube mo to drain excess fluid and excess air na nag-accumulate sa pleural cavity. Malinaw ba? Yes. Next, number 10. Either is having his chest tube removed. What dressing should the nurse prepare to place directly over the wound? Guys, is it the butterfly dressing or a Montgomery strap or a fine mesh gauze dressing or a petroleum dressing? The best answer, tulad ng sabi natin, that's your petroleum gauze dressing. Malinaw? Yes. And it's not a butterfly dressing. Ginagawa mo yan sa mga sugat, guys. Wound na mga cuts, yung mga linear cuts. Ang Montgomery straps, ginagamit mo yan in an open abdominal surgery to support the incision in the abdomen. Yan si Montgomery straps. And definitely not your fine mesh gauze dressing. Next, number 11. A chest tube was inserted in Jean, who has a pneumothorax. What is the purpose of the chest tube? Guys, A, for administration of oxygen, or B, to promote formation of lung scar tissue, or C, to insert antibiotics, or Delta, to remove air and fluid. Ayan na, the only correct answer is tanggalin ang excess fluid and ang excess air. Why? Because that one is the one that can re-establish, tulad ng sabi natin, your negative pressure. Saan ang negative pressure, guys? Sa intrapleural space because that's the one that is in constant negative pressure to allow the lungs to expand again. Tama? Yes. Because when the negative pressure is lost, that's the time the lungs will collapse, necessitating your chest tube system. Malinaw? Yes. So that's the only correct answer. Number 12. While Thoma is ambulating with chest tubes, the tube disconnects from the water seal. What should the nurse do? A. Assist the patient to ambulate back to bed. Or Bravo, reconnect the tube to the water seal. Or Charlie, assess the client's lung sounds with stethoscope. Or Deltas, have the client cough forcibly several times. Guys, pag na-disconnect, i-reconnect mo yan. Bravo is the best answer. Yan guys, i-reconnect mo lang. You don't assist the client to ambulate back or else maiwan na nakadisconnect yan sa water seal. I-reattach mo yan sa water seal. Next, number 13. In the ER, chest tubes are inserted to Dane's lift after a gunshot wound on the chest. One in the second intercostal space and one at the base of the lung. What is the purpose? What is the upper chest tube expected to do? So, ano daw yung purpose nung nilagay mo sa second intercostal space, guys? Oh, obviously, is it A, to remove the air that is present in the intrapleural space? Or is it B, to drain serosanguinous fluid from the intrapleural compartment? Or is it C, permit the development of positive pressure between the layers of the pleura? Or delta, is it to provide access for the installation of medication? Ano ba yan, guys? The only correct answer is what? For air to be removed. Kasi nasaan siya nilagay? Sa upper chest tube. Sa taas, where air is located. Sa baba, that's the one that's gonna drain your serosanguinous fluid. That's the second one na nakalagay sa base of the lungs. Okay? And definitely not a positive pressure ang gusto natin i-develop. What we want is the negative pressure of the pleura. Because that's the one that will re-expand the lungs. Okay? That's not for installation of medication. Next, number 14. How should the nurse monitor for subcutaneous emphysema in BEDO after chest tube insertion? Guys, do you palpate around the tube insertion for crepitus or bravo? Do you auscultate the breath sounds for crackles and rhonchi? Or Charlie, observe the client for the presence of barrel-shaped chest? Or Delta, compare the length of inspiration with the length of expiration. Guys, ano sabi natin? Ang subcutaneous emphysema is that the air trapping in the subcutaneous tissue. Yes, that's why the only correct answer is alpha. You palpate for what? Crepitus. Crepitus, ano yan? That's your crackling sound on the site of the insertion because of air trapping. Okay? That's your subcutaneous emphysema. You don't need to auscultate the breath sounds kasi subcutaneous ang chinecheck mo dito. And it's not about the barrel-shaped chest because this is not COPD. And guys, you don't need to compare the length of the inspiration or expiration. Okay? Next, number 15. During the first 36 hours after chest tube insertion, the nurse notices that the water in the underwater seal tube of Yanfei is not fluctuating. What should the nurse's initial action? Anong gagawin mo? A, take the vital signs. B, inform the healthcare provider. C, turn the client to the unaffected side. Or Delta, check the tube to ensure that it's not kinked. Guys, anong reason kung bakit nawala ang movement sa water seal? Number 1, lung expansion. Number 2, obstruction or kinks. That's why the best answer, Delta. Check mo, baka naka-kink kaya hindi gumagalaw. Kung walang kink, tingnan mo, baka nag-lung expansion na, okay? Yes. Number 16, a chest tube is inserted in Lini after a stab wound and he's attached to a closed drainage system. What nursing intervention is important? A, observe for fluid fluctuations in the water seal. Or B, obtain a prescription for morphine to minimize agitation. Or C, apply a thoracic binder to prevent excessive tension on the tube. Or Delta, clamp the tubing securely to prevent rapid decline in pressure. Guys, the only best answer is no other than you're going to observe for fluctuations of fluid in the water seal chamber. Yun lang ang mahalaga kasi yun lang ang tama sa choices. Guys, you don't need to obtain a prescription for morphine sulfate kasi walang sinabi dyan na may pain ang pasyente. Pag hindi sinabi sa tanong, wag mong sagutin sa choices. You just take the question as it is at yun lang ang i-digest mo at i-analyze. Okay? Guys, you don't need to apply a thoracic binder kasi guys, hindi mo naman kailangan i-prevent ang excessive tension dyan sa tube. Ang gusto mo, madrain ng maayos. Ang priority lang dito to maintain the patency of the tube and nothing else. Guys, clamp the tubing securely. Anong sabi? Never ever clamp unless, number 1, you're changing the system kasi puno na ang drainage mo. Or number 2, you're looking for air leaks kasi you want to prevent tension pneumothorax from the patient. Okay? Yes. Number 17. Faruzan has chest tubes connected to a drainage system. What should the nurse do? A, clamp the chest tubes when suctioning. Or B, palpate the surrounding area for crepitus. Or C, change the dressing daily using aseptic technique. Or Delta, empty the drainage chamber at the end of the shift. Guys, the only correct answer here is bravo. You palpate the area for crepitus because crepitus will indicate that the patient has your subcutaneous emphysema. Okay? Guys, you don't clamp unless you're changing the drainage system and unless you're looking for an air leak kasi may constant bubbling sa water seal. Malinaw ba? Yes. And you don't change the dressing daily using a septic technique. Because that's not the priority here. Ang importante dito, you check first the patency of the tubes. Make sure it's not kinked. And make sure that we are draining what we are supposed to drain, like excess fluid and excess air. Malinaw ba? And you don't need to empty the drainage chamber every end of the shift, guys, unless otherwise ordered by the doctor. You only change the drainage if puno na, okay? Number 18, you are caring for Ayato who has a chest tube. The water seal chamber shows continuous bubbling and oscillation. What is the correct nursing action? A. Reposition the patient because the tubing is kinked. B. Continue to monitor the drainage system. Or C. Increase the suction to the drainage system until the bubbling stops. Or Charlie, check the drainage system for air leak. Guys, ayan na. Pag sa water seal, may continuous bubbling na dapat ay intermittent lang. The only correct answer is to check for air leaks. And that's the second time you can clamp. Correct? Yes, the first thing you can clamp when you want to change the drainage kasi malapit nang mapuno. The second time is pag may air leak, to check for the air leak. Anong gagawin, guys? How do you do that to check the air leak? You trace the tubings from the patient to the drainage, to the suction. Okay, check mo yung tubing kung saan may butas. Kaya may air leak. Kaya may constant bubbling sa water seal chamber. Malinaw? Yes. Number 19. You are assessing Dory after chest tube insertion. You observe 50 cc of serosanguinous fluid in the drainage chamber, water fluctuation during breathing, and bubbling in the suction control chamber. What should you do? A. Document your findings as normal. B. Assess for an air leak due to bubbling noted in the suction chamber. Or C. Notify the physician about the drainage. Or Delta. Milk the tubing to ensure patency of the tubes. Guys, the only correct answer for number 19 is to document your findings as normal. Tingnan mo, ang drainage, 50 cc. Is that less than 100? Yes. Guys, is that normal? Yes. And if there is fluctuations in the water seal during breathing, during coughing, is that normal? Yes. And when there's continuous bubbling in the suction control, is that also normal? Yes, because the continuous suction from the suction control is gonna disrupt the water. Kaya may constant bubbling, okay? Kasi may suction. So, correct pa yan. Is that normal? Yes. Saan dapat intermittent ang bubbling, guys? Sa water seal drainage lang. Sasabay sa breathing ng patient, sasabay sa pag-ubo ng patient. Okay? There is no air leak because there's fluctuations on the water seal. There is an air leak if there is a continuous bubbling on the water seal. And you don't have to notify the physician about the drainage because that's within the normal levels. And guys, you don't milk the tubing. You never milk the tubing of the patient. You maintain patency. Milking the tubing will cause the drainage system or the tubes of the system to be not patent. Matutupi yan. Okay, masisira yan. So, don't milk. And next, number 20, last item. Cookie Shinobu's recovering from pneumothorax with a chest tube in place. Which finding is appropriate during chest tube system assessment? A. Intermittent bubbling may be noted in the water seal chamber. Or B, 200 cc of drainage per hour is expected during the recovery of pneumothorax. Or C, the chest tube is positioned at the patient's chest level to facilitate drainage. Or Delta, all of these options are appropriate finding. Guys, the only correct one here is what? Your alpha. Intermittent bubbling may be noted where? In the water seal chamber. Guys, lahat daw tama. Di mali yan kasi alpha lang ang tama dyan. Sabi ng Charlie, chest tube is positioned level ng chest. No, para ma-drain by virtue of gravity, you put it below the level of the chest. Yun yung tamang location ng chest tube mo. And a 200 cc drainage is too much. Sobrang dami niyan. That's not expected in the recovery of your pneumothorax. If it's more than 100 cc in 1 hour, you report to the doctor. Kasi that would indicate it's bleeding, okay? That's why the best and only correct answer is alpha. That's all. Hope you learned. Bye.